Okay, say that again, please.
It's been 2 years since the infamous Kansas-Nebraska Act, and the tension has come to a boil in the Senate.
Tariffs, Army bills, Navy bills, and land bills are important and justly occupy your care, but these all belong to the course of ordinary legislation. But before entering upon the argument, I must say something of a general character, particularly in response to what has fallen from senators who have raised themselves to eminence on this floor in championship of human wrongs. I mean the senator from South Carolina, Mr. Butler, and the senator from Illinois, Mr. Douglas.
I beg your pardon.
Who, though unlike as Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, to be sure, these charges lack all grace of originality, all sentiment of truth, but the adventurous senator does not hesitate. He is the uncompromising, unblushing representative on this floor of flagrant sectionalism, which now domineers over the Republic, and yet, with a ludicrous ignorance of his own position, unable to see himself as others see him, or for the effrontery which even his white head ought not to protect from rebuke, he applies to those here who resist his sectionalism the very epithet which designates himself. The men who strive to bring back the government to its original policy when freedom and not slavery was national, while slavery and not freedom was sectional, he arraigns as sectional. This will not do. Against him are stronger battalions than any marshaled by mortal man, the inborn, ineradicable, invincible sentiments of the human heart. Against him is nature and all her subtle forces. Against him is God. Let him try to subdue these. But I pass from these things, which though belonging to the very heart of the discussion, are yet preliminary in character, and press at once to the main question. It belongs to me now, in the first place, to expose the crime against Kansas, in its origin and extent. Logically, this is the beginning of the argument. I say crime, and deliberately adopt this strongest term as better than any other denoting the consummate transgression. I would go further if any language could further go. It is the crime of crimes, surpassing far the old crimen majestis, pursued with vengeance by the laws of Rome, and containing,
Next day.
upheld at the time by the essential approbation of his slaveholding president James Monroe and his cabinet, of whom a majority were slaveholders, including Mr. Calhoun himself. And this could not have been received, and this compromise was made the condition of the admission of Missouri, without which that state could not have been received into the Union. The bargain was simple and applicable, of course, only to the territory named, leaving all other territory to await the judgment of another generation, the South said to the North. Conquer your prejudices so far as to admit Missouri as a slave state, and in consideration of this much coveted boon, slavery shall be prohibited forever in all the remaining Louisiana territory above 36 degrees 30 minutes, and the North yielded.
I do confide unto you, Mr. Smith, that fool is going to get himself killed this very day.
And the day after,